Hello, everyone, and welcome to Amara's Voice. I'm a teacher and an uplifter, which means I see people as already whole. I see them as vibrant, joyful, magnificent, and powerful. I see the source within them, which leads them to a powerful truth from within. I see them living in alignment with self, having such wonderful beliefs that make them stay in their joyful, natural element. Today, I'm pondering happiness. What is happiness? Is it an emotion, a destination, an achievement, or is it actually our natural state when resistance falls away? Now, we've been sold an idea about happiness. We seem to believe that if we find the right partner, the perfect job, the right group of friends, the dream vacation, the perfect body, more money, a beautiful house, or that one missing thing, then we'll finally be happy. But isn't it interesting that the moment we achieve one thing, another quickly takes its place? We find ourselves chasing the next goal, the next milestone, the next if only, and it becomes an endless pursuit, always believing that happiness is waiting somewhere just beyond where we are now. We've been looking in the wrong direction all along. I know this much. Happiness isn't hidden inside any of those things. If you're unhappy and searching outside yourself for happiness, you'll keep searching. You may experience moments of excitement or pleasure, but lasting happiness will always seem just out of reach. Happiness isn't the reward at all. Happiness is the cause from which the rewards naturally grow. Think about that. Happiness is an inner state, not an external event. As said before, that two people can experience an event and yet one is joyful while the other is miserable. The circumstance isn't creating their happiness, their consciousness is. When your consciousness changes, you don't just experience life differently. You begin to create differently. You think differently. You make different decisions. You notice opportunities you couldn't see before. The world may look the same, but your experience of it becomes completely transformed. Why do humans spend their entire lives searching for happiness? Here, I'd rather spend our time on this podcast. I'd rather spend most of our time talking about what we want. I'd rather explore the things that I believe every single one of us truly prefers. We prefer joy, peace, freedom, love, and well-being. We prefer that deep inner state that naturally expresses itself as happiness. Yes, that's where we all want to arrive. Yet so often we keep looking in the same places we've been told will surely bring it. We chase achievement, possessions, approval, relationships, status, and success, believing that one more accomplishment will finally complete us. And while many of these things can certainly add richness to our lives, we've also discovered that they cannot permanently give us what they themselves don't contain. So perhaps it's time to ask a different question. Instead of asking, what do I need to have in order to be happy? What if we asked, what kind of consciousness naturally gives rise to happiness? I think that's a far more interesting conversation. Success doesn't necessarily create happiness, but happiness often creates the qualities that lead to success. Clearer thinking, for example, resilience, creativity, better relationships, courage, better decisions, among other things. We've placed so many conditions on our happiness. If I find the right lover, then I'll finally be happy. Then, before we know it, the lover comes along and we are still unhappy. Now it's something else. We begin noticing the things that frustrate us, the things they are not doing well, the things we wish were different. Our attention quietly shifts from what we want to what we don't want. Perhaps it isn't the relationship that's stealing our happiness. Perhaps it's where our attention has settled. Maybe you've had a relationship in the past that left you hurt or disappointed. The question then becomes, can you find a place within yourself to feel good again? Can you gently let go of the past and begin looking in a new direction? I've spoken before about practices like appreciation, meditation, breath work, and following your passions. The point of these practices isn't simply to feel better for a moment. It's to gently train your mind to notice what is good, what is beautiful, and what is wanted. Over time, your brain begins to reflect whatever you consistently give your attention to. And something wonderful starts to happen. If you ever talk about your past relationships, you naturally remember the lessons, the good moments, and the ways you grew, instead of endlessly repeating the pain. And when someone new comes into your life, you'll find it much easier to notice the qualities you genuinely admire, appreciate, and love. The relationship may not have changed, you have. And because you've changed, your experience of the relationship changes too. But better still, instead of looking to past lovers or even your present one for the joy you're searching for, what if you practice turning that same attention inward? What if you discover that place within you that can truly bring you to a deep sense of satisfaction? Love yourself. The love you've been hoping someone else will finally give you. Begin offering it to yourself. The kindness, the patience, the appreciation, the understanding, the compliments. Turn it all inward. Now, I know this isn't always easy to hear, especially if you've spent most of your life searching for love outside yourself while forgetting to nurture the relationship you have with you. For some people, even the thought of sitting quietly with their own mind feels uncomfortable or even painful. But perhaps that's exactly where the journey begins, because no matter where you go, no matter who you fall in love with, no matter how beautiful your surroundings become, you still take yourself with you. And if you can find peace within yourself, you'll begin carrying that peace everywhere you go. Instead of searching for someone to complete your happiness, you'll begin sharing the happiness you've already found. Again, many people hear these words and assume I'm talking about standing in front of a mirror and telling yourself you're handsome, beautiful, successful, or fun to be around. While those things may have their place, that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about alignment. I'm talking about discovering that quiet place within you where your well-being doesn't depend on someone else's approval, admiration, or validation. It's the place where joy begins to arise naturally, simply because you're in harmony with who you truly are. For so long, we've been taught that happiness is somewhere outside of us, so we've spent our lives chasing it. We seek recognition, we seek applause, admiration. Sometimes we even share our happiest moments, hoping someone else will confirm that our life is meaningful enough, beautiful enough, or successful enough to deserve happiness. It's the whole point of social media. Could it be that we are asking the world to give us something it was never meant to provide? True happiness doesn't arrive because someone validates you. It isn't handed to you by a relationship, a compliment, or an achievement. Those things can certainly be wonderful, but the happiness you're truly searching for has always been an inside job. When you find it within yourself, the outside world becomes something to enjoy, not something you depend on. So how then do you truly find that place within yourself that you're happy to connect with? How do you return to that good feeling place from within, so that your happiness is no longer dependent on conditions outside of you? How is it that some people have found peace in the middle of unimaginable hardship? think about people like Viktor Frankl or Nelson Mandela. How did they discover something within themselves that transformed them from the inside out? I believe it begins with the meaning we assign to our experiences. You can look around and find very few reasons to feel good, or you can begin giving your experiences a meaning that empowers you, strengthens you, or moves you forward. The same event can become the reason you give up or the reason you rise. The event may be the same, but the meaning changes everything. So often we've practiced assigning meanings that leave us feeling powerless. We don't stop there. We replay the story, repeat it to others, and relive it until it becomes part of our identity. Sometimes we become so accustomed to receiving sympathy that we don't even recognize or realize we've begun depending on it to feel seen. But if we continue living from that place, no amount of success, money, relationships, or achievements on the outside will ever convince us that we are whole. Outwardly, everything may appear wonderful, yet inwardly, we may still feel deeply disconnected. Perhaps true happiness begins the moment we start assigning meanings that lead us back to our own well-being instead of away from it. And I don't say any of this to make you lose hope. I say it because I want to give you hope. Maybe you can't yet afford the glamorous lifestyle you see others enjoying. Maybe you don't have the job, the income, or the luxuries you've always imagined. Or perhaps you do have all of these things, yet you know deep down they still haven't brought you the lasting joy you were searching for. So what if true joy is available right here, right now? What if it doesn't begin when your circumstances finally change, but when the meaning you give those circumstances begins to change? The meaning you assign to your experiences shapes the life you experience. And the wonderful thing is, meaning isn't fixed. You can become aware of the stories you've been telling yourself, the thoughts you've been repeatedly giving your attention to, and then consciously choose a new direction. Because wherever your attention goes, your experience eventually follows. Maybe happiness isn't waiting for a different life. Perhaps it's waiting for a different way of seeing the life you already have. If someone makes a mistake and you attach a disempowering meaning to that experience, neither of you truly benefits from it. You don't help them by blaming them, and you certainly don't help yourself by choosing to remain miserable. But what if you assigned a different meaning? You could simply say, today I'm going to learn from this. This experience has come to teach me something. The moment you do that, you begin seeing the situation differently. Your attention shifts from blame to understanding, from resistance to growth. Some people may still live your life, and you may leave some people. Some situations may not unfold the way you hoped, but when you assign a meaning that leads you toward wisdom instead of suffering, you find peace. Not because everything around you has changed, but because something within you has. Only when you find that place of satisfaction within yourself can you truly live in alignment. This is your element, but you have to commit to it. Don't practice it today and forget it tomorrow. Don't do it with some people and not with others. This is a way of living. Every thought, every meaning, every moment is adding weight to one side of the scale or the other. So fill your jar with that which you want to identify with. And please don't wish bad on anybody. Don't say they'll get what's coming to them, or God will punish them for what they did to me. I know we've all had things like that, but I simply don't believe that's who we truly are. Your inner self would never look at another human being and condemn them. Why? Because your inner self knows the connection between all of us. It knows that what you wish upon another, you're first cultivating within yourself. You may find a moment of satisfaction in someone's downfall, but you'll never find true joy there. True joy cannot grow from another person's pain. Call it anger, call it resentment, call it bitterness, call it whatever you like, but don't call it who you are. Who you are is far greater than that, and perhaps that's why the happiness we've been searching for has never been outside of us. Happiness isn't just feeling good, it's feedback. It's the body telling you that your thoughts are in harmony with your deepest self. Just as pain tells us something physically needs attention, and happiness often tells us our thinking has moved away from who we really are. One person once said to me, "But Amara, couldn't the things you teach be used to harm people? Couldn't someone use this idea of feeling good while taking advantage of someone who is vulnerable?" First of all, I welcome questions like these because I've pondered them myself. But my answer is always the same. No one who is truly in alignment with their deepest self would ever contemplate hurting another person. That's simply not where those desires come from. It's important that you understand where I'm coming from when I talk about feeling good. I'm not talking about satisfying the ego at someone else's expense. I'm talking about alignment. If I do something while I'm out of alignment and it hurts another person, I won't find lasting joy in it. I may try to justify it, but I won't experience the peace and satisfaction that come from living in harmony with who I truly am. Instead, I'll naturally want to return to that place of well-being, to make things right where I can, and to realign with myself. That's how alignment works. When you're truly aligned, you don't look at another person and wish them pain or misfortune. You see them as another expression of the same life you're part of. You recognize their worth just as you recognize your own. So how could you deliberately hurt them? I think questions like these often arise because we are still searching outside ourselves for answers that can only be discovered within. The more you come to know yourself, the clearer these answers become, not because someone convinced you of them, but because you begin to recognize them as your own truth. Why do we breathe deeper when we are happy? Why do we smile? Why do we laugh? Why do ideas suddenly come easily? Why do we become more generous? Why does creativity increase? When you're unhappy, your attention searches for problems. When you're happy, your attention naturally notices possibilities. The world hasn't changed, your perception has. Happiness is not a place outside of yourself. It's not a destination you'll arrive at. It's not a person you'll meet, a job you'll get, a house you'll buy, or a vacation you'll take. You can have all of these things and still feel empty. You can meet the love of your life and still refuse to be happy. The conditions will never end. If only this happened, if only they changed, if only my job was different, if only the government, if only. There will always be another condition. So instead, begin assigning empowering meanings to your experiences. Look for things to appreciate. Gently let go of thoughts that repeatedly pull you away from your well-being. Feed your mind with conversations, books, podcasts, music that genuinely uplift you. Surround yourself with people and environments that remind you of who you truly are. And contrasting experiences will always come. They always do. But when you've practiced returning to yourself, when you've made feeling good a way of living rather than an occasional event, you'll discover something remarkable. Your happiness no longer depends on what life brings you. It comes from who you choose to be, regardless of what life brings. Happiness is something we allow. You can't always choose what happens, but you can gradually become aware of the thoughts you're nurturing. As those thoughts change, and so will your beliefs, happiness naturally follows. You can only get to happy from happy. Imagine this for a moment. What if every part of you was designed to help you experience happiness? Your eyes were meant to notice beauty, your ears to hear music, laughter, and words that uplift, your mouth to speak life, encouragement, kindness, and appreciation to yourself and to others, your hands to create, to hold, to comfort, and to touch the things that and the people you love, your mind to imagine, your heart to feel. Your entire being seems to be pointing you toward life. Isn't that fascinating? Perhaps happiness isn't something we're trying to manufacture. Perhaps it's something we're naturally designed to experience when we are living in harmony with who we really are. When you begin to see life this way, you stop asking, how do I become happy? And you begin asking, how do I return to the happiness that has always been within me? I'm Amara, and I'm pondering for the love of pondering. I love you all. Focus on feeling good. Bye.